Hi, it's Allie, and this is the week 2 video wrap up for the BoJack Horseman class. And this is my buddy Leroy. He's a 10-month-old kitten I got a couple months ago, and he is my little buddy here. I'm going to put him on his space. He's also got a sister named Ivory. She's a white cat, and she might show up and start playing anytime. So, anyway, the reason for these video wrap ups are I decided not to include Zoom or any other component where we actually meet in person in this class, and so I'm hoping sharing a little bit of my life, seeing me on video, meeting my cats, might bring a little bit more of a personal type of touch to this completely asynchronous online class. And from what I gathered from students last semester, students were really appreciative of having an asynchronous class and not having to have Zoom meetings. And so I'm happy to comply with that, but I'm just hoping to, let us all kind of connect on that personal level just a little bit more. So, anyway, uh, this week we watched Brat Brat Pew Pew for week 2, and that, of course, was a episode of BoJack Horseman that deals with abortion. And I was reading the week 2 discussion forum, and I really appreciate the depth that you guys were discussing this. It's a very serious issue, and yet we're talking about it in a humorous way with BoJack. And I like how you guys were able to talk about that. And the main thing that I noticed that students were really focusing on and noticing was the aspect of choice. And that's really relevant in this episode and to abortion societally. So every woman will have different opinions about abortion and what they would or wouldn't do if this situation came up for them. And I really like how in this episode we see that. And that, to me, that's really feminism at work. And feminism is really key to this episode as a whole. And when we get to our final paper for this class, for the week 5 final, make sure to peruse that assignment so that you're familiar with that and what's expected. Feminism is a lens that would work for that assignment. So if this episode appealed to you and looking at the feminist characteristics of BoJack Horseman, which is, a male-dominated show with an anti-hero who's a male, that we can see feminism emerge in ways like this with Diane and other characters, to me, really is, it makes this show a lot deeper than I might have expected when I first interacted with it. So anyway, I've really appreciated the discussion forums thus far, and just kind of a heads up, I did leave everything from week 1 open through week 2 because we are in the official ad drop period of the college, but from now on, discussion forums will time out. The quiz that's due this week here in week 2, the anthropomorphism quiz, which really wraps up our week 1 studies, that will time out at the end of this week as well. And so the due date for everything is always Saturday, but I do allow that 1 day, 24-hour grace period. So these assignments will time out Sundays at 11:59 p.m. And I just wanted people to be aware of that. And next week, we're going to turn our attention to one of our larger assignments for the 5-week class, and that's the Director's Choice assignment. And in the Director's Choice assignment, there's also written directions here too. So I do better with written directions. Some people do better with verbal, but what I'm telling you here right now, you can also go get the assignment sheet guidelines and look at those on Canvas as well. So I'm looking for spaces where the script does not get altered, but what we see on the screen gets changed by you as the director in at least small ways. And I'm looking for a minimum of 2 spaces of change, 2 to 3 changes that you would make without altering the script at all. And I have been including web-based versions of the scripts for each episode. They were very readily available for BoJack. We were really lucky. But I also found a PDF for the episode we will watch next week, and that's Time's Arrow. And I'm hoping that the PDF version allows everyone, like I personally do a little bit better perusing that kind of written material. So use whichever one that appeals to you, the PDF or the web-based version. And what we're looking for in this is, again, those 2 to 3 spaces of change. And I, as an artist, how I always work, and this includes my entire creation type. I'm an interdisciplinary artist, so I paint, draw, and I make media. And regardless of what medium I'm working in, I always do the intent, execution, critique model. And that's how I create and how I think about art as I'm in the making process. And so what we're going to be doing is kind of a little bit backwards, because we're going to start with critiquing what we see. And then as you read the script, I want you to think about your own places of intent and where you would execute those 2 to 3 changes without altering the words that you're reading on the script. And I designed this assignment for a past script analysis class, and students really seemed to enjoy it. And I realized that when I'm teaching in the cinema and television arts department, that I'm getting a wide range of different types of students. Some of you are hoping to be cinematographers. There's others that are writers, and you are into the actual script writing portion of creating. And then there's people who want to be directors. And my hope is that that all of you will get a chance to kind of see where other people are coming from in the creative process by doing this assignment. So if you're a scriptwriter and you're thinking like a director today, you're going to have a chance to see how your words might not get altered, but how your intent might not manifest. And so I'm hoping that that will help you down the road be able to get what your intent is across in this way that is very strong for you as a creator. And that goes for directors as well, everyone, so that you can see how the script isn't the final product, but it becomes the, it's where the birth of what we're seeing on our screen is. And for this Director's Choice project, have fun. I don't want you to get all hung up on this. This is supposed to be a pretty fun assignment. And again, I'm looking for a minimum of 2 spaces of change, and 2 to 3. I'm not looking for like a dozen places where you would alter it. If you feel like going there, by all means, have fun. And be as wild as you want. In a show like BoJack Horseman, this is already animated. We don't have to have live action characters try to act out what we're doing. But we don't even have to draw this. These are just conceptual. They're staying on the page, and you are sharing with me your, whatever wild allegations that you'd like to make, whatever changes that you think would help the show. And even if those would be hard to actually make happen. And we do get a little Ivory sighting here, right as I'm about to wrap up. She came to grace us with her presence, and that's kind of nice. Whenever I had Zoom last semester, my cats would always come, and they're by far the stars of the show compared to me. So anyway, I hope that you're enjoying this class so far. And again, get ready for that Director's Choice assignment next week. Other than the final paper that's due week 5, the Director's Choice is the second largest assignment of our 5-week course. And I've really enjoyed this so far. I love BoJack, and I really like talking about this show with students who care. Thank you.